and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service Live with me, Marky Mark, BFG, and Betty. Hello.
Made it this week.
What, sorry?
I made it this week.
I know you did, bless you. We did miss you.
You did. Sorry about that. Still not feeling 100%, but I'm here.
Yeah.
That's your...
Bless you, my son. Bless you.
Oh no, don't. I'm melting.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody on replay. Hope you're all well. And by all accounts, tonight it's going to be mega foggy.
Is it? Yeah, apparently so.
I got a weather warning from Met Office on my phone. It's going to be foggy.
Yeah, these days you get a weather warning if there's a bloody shower of rain.
But the thing is, you live in Yorkshire, so if you get a weather warning saying it's foggy, Compo and Clegg are right behind them.
Oh! We're here all week. Thank you. Try the fish.
Yeah, I'll get my coat.
Why, you pulled?
Muscle.
Now, I must admit, it was bloody cold this morning because I went out to get the car. And because it's parked up in this exposed car park, I expect
it was blooming cold. It was cold in blooming shop today because obviously we've got to have the door open. Wide open.
Wow.
It was blooming. The other day when it was foggy in the morning, there was fog coming in the actual shop. It wasn't me vaping, it was actual fog.
Oh no, I don't like it. I'd be shutting the frigging door. So I just hear the John Carpenter music starting up. You know what I mean? Something's in the fog off. Door shut.
Yeah, it's called a Karen.
You know what I mean?
Why are you open? You're not essential.
Yeah, I've had that as well, yeah. Because obviously we do TPD as well. We were only open 4 hours, obviously, click and collect and web orders. And there was these two old dears. I say two old dears. They must have been in the late 50s, early 60s women, you know.
Whoa. What do you mean old dear? That's us.
Shut up.
Speak for yourself, son.
Middle-aged, Mark.
Not middle-aged. I am not middle-aged. I'm going to bypass that completely.
You don't be swearing already.
Anyway, I'm trying to set the scene here.
Sorry.
It's kind of like a Les Dawson scene. You know? One of them scenes. And there was these two women blooming gassing away, pointing at the vape shop going, and I can't believe they're open because they're not essential.
You're saving lives, mate. Trust me, if I run out of neck salt, somebody's going to die.
Thank you, Bunny. Thank you. Yes, I am still a young boy. I'm always going to be a young boy.
No, he's not Irish. You're forgetting about Middle Earth.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with my Middle Earth.
No, it's just Irish, but Mark's too short to be middle anything.
This is true, yeah. I'm quite happy to be a hobbit.
Hello there, Mr. Frodo. Not listening.
No,
Hey, look, I got the ring.
Oh, shut that door. Only if we go for dinner first, cheeky. I'm not a slag. I don't know. Well, what a weird old week it's been.
Oh, ain't it trust? Oh, God, it's been a horrible week. Absolutely horrible week for me.
Well, I think Stevie's the same, bless him. And the sun moves on.
I don't know about you, but I think what with the weather, how we've been in lockdown, restrictions, you can't do anything. It is a bit depressing.
Yeah.
It is for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, business as usual for me, isn't it? So the only thing I'm finding is courts seem to have gone into a frenzy, but other than that, it's all good.
It's all good. So, I've got to mention it. I am not a royalist by any means of the imagination, but I've been watching The Crown. What a blooming brilliant series that is.
I think Jules is watching that as well.
I am so impressed. Even though Prince Philip still is acting like Doctor Who.
And him that plays Charles walks about like Hunchback of Notre Dame. He always walks like that, doesn't he?
I haven't got up to that far. I'm still in the. I've just hit 1963 where Kennedy got assassinated. That's where we're up to.
I think Jules is up to... Oh, Princess Diana's in it now.
All right, so she's really up to date. No, we've only just started watching it, and to be honest with you, I am definitely not a royalist by any means, but blooming heck, it's good. It really is really compelling watching.
I'd rather nail my testicles to the sofa and watch Downton Abbey.
To be honest with you, I would have said that 3 days ago, but we started watching it, and I've enjoyed it.
No. Nope. Not as long as I've got Somebody Feed Phil and Ancient Aliens.
This is true.
Oh, yeah, Ancient Aliens. Which with that Giorgio? What's his face with the hair?
That's awesome, isn't it? And the Bisto.
What was the name of that character? Was it Babylon 5?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Lando? Not Lando.
Lando.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Do you know who I'm talking about? This hair.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah, I was watching that this week as well.
So, Stevie, baby, you're going to say hello to everyone?
I will, darlings, I will, because there's lots of them. Mr. Richards, good evening, darling. Mr. Doyle, glad to see you got your radio sorted, dude. Chunkmeister, who do you mean old? You? Fee, good evening. Flashy 1221, we weren't late. We were being fashionable.
No, we weren't late. We went on at past.
Yeah.
It
Frankenmeiser,
arrives when it means to arrive.
our channel. Come on with anyone. Frankenmeiser, good evening. Hephaestus, dude. Long time. Jay Jerry, good evening. Mama Vapes.
Mama Vapes. Huggles!
Mr. Anderson, good
Mr.
evening.
Anderson.
That SoulOhm geese is in again.
Oh, no, man.
Can't get rid of him. Stuart Ayrton, good evening, sir. Timmy!
Timmy!
Dude, UK Vapester, good evening.
Fist bump.
UK Andy, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Vapor Bunny,
Huggles!
Vaping Irish, yeah. Vaping Pasty, hello.
Huggles!
And Mobro, dude!
Helicopter!
And the Lord of Lewdness, the Saint of Sin, the God of the Gutter, he's here. Sinner, bless him.
Jill says she wants to kick me in the love spuds. Ain't happening because we've not got a box.
What, for you to stand on or for Jules to stand on?
Jill's to stand on. Don't mention boxes because she's got this tendency to fall over the bloody things these days.
Kicking the ball bags, I can go for that. See, even Flashy says Betty's in for a kick in. Lucky sod.
Yeah, the way I'm feeling, the way I've been feeling the last couple of weeks, I feel as if I've had a kicking. Or I've had a kick, something like that. Yeah.
Bless you.
Is it me or was Steve, your volume's died?
My volume's down.
Yeah, we can hardly hear you, sir. You're very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah, yes, very quiet, yes.
Very.
Very, very quiet. Right.
Yeah, very, very, very quiet.
Let me see what I can do, darling.
It almost sounds like it's not coming from your microphone.
No, it should be.
It probably is, but it sounds so far away.
Hello.
Yes. You normally sound like Betty does until someone tells him to bring the microphone nearer to him.
Yeah, it's gonna. If I get the Jules, just put it up here someplace.
Right, we'll try that.
No, that's a bit better.
Right. Do.
Lovely.
Right, that'll do.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that sounds tons better, kiddo.
Thank you, darling.
It's all right. I want to make sure that everybody can hear your dulcet tones.
Oh, you poor bugger. What have they done to you? Right, where are we? Sinister's just been here buggered. Don't do that again.
Evening, Zan. Fist bump,
Even
buddy.
Zan.
Evening, Dan. Sinner. Come on, dude. We're running out of options, mate. There's not many places you haven't been buggered, so...
And before
What?
9 o'clock too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Moving swiftly on.
Shocked and stunned. Shit.
Well, I shall try.
I know it's bad when Bunny's telling me off. Oh, sinner, stop. Right, well, can I have a bumper, darling?
What
'Cause
bumper would you like, sir? The news bumper?
Yes, please, because there's an interesting one this week.
News bumper there.
If I can find the damn thing.
There you go, sire.
Hold on. Ah, there we are. Right, normally, when I use the word Bloomberg, everybody switches off because we're normally talking about the States. And, okay, this story doesn't come from the UK. It does come from New Zealand. However, what they are complaining about is serious concerns over the quality and motivation of a recent University of Bath study. Yes, the University of Bath, a UK university.
Not
Nancy
the
Luke-
bath. Not the bath.
No, not taps and a plug, but
Ah.
the University of Bath. That place down south, the nice one.
With all
Yes.
the spring water.
Yes, with all the spring water. So what's happened is they've done a study on Twitter, which has caused a bit of an uproar, to be honest. And their methods have been described as highly inaccurate and unfair. So this UK study used highly inaccurate and unfair descriptions that undermine the quality of research and the reputation of the University of Bath. From as far away as New Zealand, we've raised concerns over the speculative method it employed without using any scientific evidence. Now, on its own, that may sound like sort of harsh words, but when they pointed out that they received significant funding from Bloomberg Philanthropies, the influential multi-billion-dollar group, it suddenly starts taking on a more sinister light. This is the first time we've seen this from a UK educational or a UK lab. So it's Bloomberg's starting to get his hooks into everything. But she goes on to say that the Bath study contained all manner of allegations about who funds who and for what, but it was unfortunate that the researchers didn't go to the extent of perusing the websites of the organisations or applying any specific scientific method in their assumption. So the discriminatory labelling by the Bath researchers has drawn protests from groups such as the Association of Vapers India, and it's since written to the journal raising objections over being cast as a tobacco industry front group, which is what they were doing to the majority of the vaping groups that they mentioned. This is sadly a blatant attempt to rob consumers of their voice so that the Bloomberg network, which authors belong to, can keep influencing governments to impose bans on lower risk alternatives. I'm at a loss. But I just thought it was interesting that that's the first time a UK university has been drawn into this.
It was inevitable it was going to happen. Money talks end of day, and everyone's looking for funds, aren't they?
Yeah, I fully appreciate it. But
You see, you never know. It's so like, yeah, you do this for us, and we'll fund this for you. It's one of them.
Yeah, but when some of these studies are being used by government, they're either being used to evidence points or as a basis for creating legislation. Now they need to start getting a grip on this.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's wrong, top and bottom of it.
Timmy says I studied at Bath today. It was well relaxing. Ronnie, dude. Yes, sorry, Zan. I know you drift off, mate, but that's me all done. That's it for the news this week.
It's been very, very quiet on news front, hasn't it, really, to be honest with you?
It's been exceptionally quiet. Obviously, COVID's taken the front stage, yeah.
Oh, I think the carry on with PayPal's hitting the headlines a little bit at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is that, but I mean, that's been covered so extensively, it's unreal. At the end of the day, the only people that are going to lose out is PayPal.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they will.
If you think about it, the size of the company that PayPal is, and for the size of the worldwide the industry as a whole, I mean, I'm not just talking vaping, I'm talking everything that PayPal does. You'll find the vaping side is a very, very small slice of a very large
Yeah, of course
pie.
it is.
Oh, yeah, but what they're doing is throwing revenue at their competition. That's never a good business model. Doesn't matter how big you are.
I just don't think they're bothered about that, to be honest with you. I think they're quite happy to hit that, have that hit of a loss.
Yeah, but I mean,
It keeps them in the good side of the US government, doesn't it? Showing that they're doing it.
well, I mean, the new guy, yet to see what he's going to do. We've all got concerns, but what's that?
What?
Oh, Simon, good evening, sir.
Simon, fist bump.
You're late. Shane
Really,
says
I
he's-
didn't know that, Irish. PayPal isn't losing anything. Cutting out related to guns, including airsoft as well. I didn't know that. Now, you think about if they're not doing gun trading. I mean, in America, blooming heck, that must be huge.
Well, I mean, Shane's just he shut his PayPal account down, using it just for vaping stuff. I know a load of people who've got PayPal just for vaping stuff.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not selling.
Well, yeah.
But obviously, it's what I do. In fact, I use PayPal virtually exclusively when I'm actually shopping online anyway.
But
I think the majority of us do.
as a business model, they're going to be taking a cut from each transaction, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's going to there will be an impact. And given that the world economy is going down the tubes at the minute, I think it's a very rash decision to take based on one country's politics.
It is. How can you put it? It's one of them things, isn't it? But sure, there are other companies that do a similar type of thing.
Well, there is, and they're crawling out the woodwork now, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they were sitting going, yes.
Unfortunately, so will the scammers and the con artists. But
I mean, that's why most of us use PayPal, because of
Yeah.
that. That was the point behind it. So it's a sad state of affairs, but it's how the world's turning into, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is it. Get back to cold hard cash. You know where you are with that.
Yeah, but that's the point, though, isn't it? Governments don't want cash anymore. Cash is dirty. They just want electronic payments now. That's the way that this is the way that the world's going. It's going electronic.
Give me foldy stuff.
Yeah, but once upon a time, you could go into a car dealership and say how much for cash, and you'd probably get some discount. Now they're not interested. You could go into. I remember going into Curry's and saying how much for cash, and I got cash knocked off. You go in there now, and they'll just laugh at you.
Oh yeah. No, fully appreciate it. But
You'd probably get a better deal if you end up having it on HP.
You will. You will.
That's the way that the world's gone now. Cash is dirty. It's a dirty thing. People don't want it.
I think, going off on a slight tangent, I think this is where the local businesses suddenly become so much more attractive for me in terms of shopping. You know, I don't like using electronic cash all the time.
No, I don't.
I'd rather have a wallet with some foldy stuff in. You know, call me old-fashioned, but you know where you are with that. And I know that the local butchers, bakers, and all the little places in town, they love me for my folding stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it now, though, with COVID as well, people are not accepting cash. It's card payments only.
There's that much hand gel on my hands. Any cash I give them is probably antibacterial.
Is this before or after you leave the house?
After.
But it's true.
Well, it's
just
that plastic
it's just
stuff
the way
now.
that the world's going. My sister-in-law had to go to hospital. And she went in, obviously, while waiting, they went to a cafe. Ordered 2 coffees and whatever, how much it was. Because she didn't have a card on and was going to pay her cash, she poured the 2 coffees down the sink. They would only accept card payment.
That is ridiculous.
But that's the way the world's going.
Timmy, the company I work for as well, I mean, we used to accept cash payments over the counter for parts. That stopped 2 years ago. We will no longer accept cash over the counter. We no longer keep petty cash on site either. Everything's all card payments.
It started when I was working at Tarmac. We used to have a scrap man that come, for stuff that when you do repairs on plant and all that lot. It got to the stage there. The government turned around and said that they are not allowed to pay by cash. It's got to be all electronic.
Yeah, because it's traceable.
Yeah, and there's the key.
I mean, the thing is, I've never got any cash in my pocket anyway, because Jules always takes it.
See, young, free and single again, mate, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, fucking...
Or is it a case of what's hers is hers and what's yours is hers?
Yeah, kind of. What?
Nothing wrong with that, my son. No, I mean, if I'm going out, I much prefer knowing I've got cold hard readies in the back of my wallet. There's no query on.
But the thing is, have you ever noticed as well, when you do if you're standing there, it doesn't matter where you are, and you do take notes out your wallet, your purse, the female, whatever, and you go to hand it that cashier, you get the look in the cashier's face going, fuck, I've got to count this, and I've got to give them change back. You just see their shoulders going. Whereas if you use electronic, they're doing nothing, they're just pressing a button, that's it.
I mean, let's face it, they're making it that easy now. You just with the card, they don't even have to do anything now. It's like I had one girl the other day in shop, no word of a lie. Well, not in the shop, but no word of a lie. She were on a phone like this, doing that, and she was doing the chip, sort of like what do you call it? Touch. And I've got it, held it out. She was that busy on her phone like that, she completely missed it.
But they even raised the limit in that as well, didn't they?
Yeah, 45
Oh,
quid.
yeah. What they're not, and what you've just described is a perfect example of my point. I could be putting anything into that cash card. You know, well, I've had it at work. They've accidentally put a 0 on. She noticed before I touched the card to it, thank God. Otherwise, I'd have got charged 300 quid for a sarnie. Yeah. Sorry, 30 quid for a sarnie. How many times has that happened? Nobody's noticed.
Yeah,
Especially
probably.
when you've got do you want chips with that
Yeah.
behind the card machine. You know what I mean? No.
I mean, half the
Give me
time,
Reddies.
people just don't even look at it. They just put the card on it and whoop, that's it.
This is it. Do you want a receipt? Nah, I'm all right, mate. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I get a lot of that as well. Hell of a lot.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm probably more paranoid or anything, but I do.
See, on
normally
my
ask
cards,
for a
I haven't
receipt.
got the touch thing. I refuse to have it.
On the contactless.
If I'm going to use me card, I want to put a pin in.
And here's another argument. You can only use your contactless so often. Then you have to ram it into the machine.
Oh yeah, and they get naffed off with that one.
What are you doing there then? You're touching the buttons. Come
Maybe
on.
you're ramming it in.
It's a very interesting one, Dan, the local gents. Yes.
We'll try and get into a little slot like that. It's a little bit difficult.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Steve not got a sausage, he's got a pancake.
For the accident, oh yes.
Well,
Never
since
I am
we're all
Saturday,
talking
maybe.
about money, we might as well talk about our main topic, aren't we?
Go on, then.
Main topic time. I'll let you go ahead, BFG.
Oh, don't, because I had a bugger of a time.
Ooh.
I was saying this to Steve, and Steve has shown me up here, but
Are you going to
I
tell
have-
what people we're going to be talking about?
we are. We're going to be talking about any sort of Black Friday deals that we've come across.
Oh, you mean those Black Friday deals that last for about 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, those buggers. Oh, the ones that aren't a particular deal but are being flagged as such. There's been a lot of that this year. Hell of a lot. Now, there is one I've found on eSig One, which I was quite chuffed about. And if you give me 2 Seki poos, we shall. I'll just share the doodah. Where's it gone? Oh, come on. Stop playing silly beggars. Oh, I don't believe this. Right. Do that. Where's... Oh. It's not playing fair here.
Why, what are you trying to do, dude?
I'm trying.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, God, I
Right.
wish you'd told me that. Kiddo, don't do that.
Oh, has it completely blown it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Was it fucks up the stream you?
you just completely
I'd
fucked
forgotten
up the
completely.
screen.
All right, I forgot. Right, it was the Vupu Drag, but the Drag Max, and it's the TC kit with the PMP tank for the princely sum of $29.99, and that's over at eSig One, which I thought was a bit of a bargain, especially given. Oh, where's everything gone? I don't know about screwing up the screen. It's knackered me, you know.
Well, what I was going to talk about is I had a look round, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's that many deals going off. And to be fair, I can understand why there aren't many deals going off after the year that we've had.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the companies that I've gone through and had a look are giving about 20% off, but they are really stuff that's so like, how can you put it? the stuff that they just want to get rid of.
The older stuff.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, whoever out there picked up the bargain from E-Sig 1 with the G-Class, granted it was a black and gold one, which was the limited edition when it first came out, for what, 70 quid? Don't get me wrong, it came with that fucking Hakataki Kenichi Fanny 500 tank, whatever the hell that was. But at the end of the day, you're getting a first-class mod for a fraction of what majority of people paid for that when it first came out.
Mm.
I mean, I think I would have paid, I think it was about £250 I paid for that when it first came out.
Yeah.
Um,
But you've
So
also
that-
got to remember as well, how old is it now? 4 years old?
But that's it though. It's old stock. It is old stock. So it is the way. It's how they've got to do it. I mean, do you know what it's like? Black Friday these days seems to be like the next sale, the next Boxing Day sale. Because
I think
it's
top
all-
and bottom, that's what it's turned into, because now, sort of like, we don't have a Boxing Day sale, we have
Yeah.
Black Friday.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, I can remember years ago, my mum dragged Jules, bless her, down to Next, not far from where we live, on Boxing Day. I think they were down there from 6 o'clock in the morning for opening. And it was clothes that was being sold on the shelves and on the racks 5 years ago. It was stuff you would never wear. I mean, it went out of date 6 years ago, and that seems to be what's happening with the Black Friday deals now. I mean, I've seen drippers in tanks for £5, but God, that they are years and years old.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, somebody's still getting a great bargain out of it.
Oh, yeah, of course they are. I mean, because it's old doesn't mean that it's rubbish.
No.
But it's sort of like, you can see what's happening. Well, obviously, because of the year that we've had, retail has hit really hard, especially sort of like on the vaping side of things. So you can understand totally why they're trying to make the best that they can with what they've got. Because
Dean.
let's face it, they can't afford to lose as much money.
No.
Hi, Dean.
Hey, Dean. Well, I've
I
just
mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, some of them are doing some good bundles and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's if you're wanting a kind of be decent pod kit and things like that with some juice, there is some good deals out there to be had. But
Well,
it is old stock. So what you've got to look at with something, especially with the older stuff, are you going to get coils and shit for them?
Mm.
That's the thing as well. You've got to look at it like that.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
totally, yeah.
But I mean, again, ESIG 1, IPv Revo, the auto bottom feeding kit, which is the Yeehee chip. And you get the Finder BF RDA with it, and that's $39.99. Yeah, that was 129 quid not so long ago.
Yep.
That's not that old either.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
that's
I'm
about
on-
2-year-old, isn't it?
I mean, I'm on Flawless just now. Here's the Aspire BP60 vape kit, they're calling it. It's a pod kit, isn't it? And you're getting 3 free e-liquids with it, and you're saving 76%. It's reduced from, well, original price was $32.99 down to $7.99.
That's good.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, there's some cracking little bargains out there.
I mean, the thing is, see if you're looking for juice, by God, you could stock up in juice from now to the cows come home.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the deals that's on, I mean, it just happens to be right next to that one. I'm on Flawless again. Breakfast Freaks Jam on Toast. I mean, I've never tried it. I don't know how good it is. You're getting 100ml short fill for $3.99. You're also getting Coil Glazed Berry Blues, a 50ml short fill for $3.99. So I mean, the juice bargains are out there are great. But what I will say is, watch some of them, because it was only pointed out to me the other night. I was on Washington Vapes, and because it was somebody was talking to somebody about CBD, and ended up going into Washington Vapes. Their CBD is selling really cheap, but it's out of date.
Ah.
Right.
Watch, that's something you may need to watch. I mean, they're upfront about it. I mean, they're telling you that it is out of date because they're putting the dates up, the use by dates. But you're still getting a great deal. I mean, God Almighty, if you're going and buying CBD and you're using it for what you need to use it for, if it's only out of date for a few months, you're not going to care, are you? It's not going to degrade that much. So,
No.
I mean, talking to Washington Vapes, where are we? I'm sure I found a couple on them earlier on.
Well, I've found the Fu Chai by Sig Elliott, the Glow Edition. That's $19.99. I had the Fu Chai, and that's a cracking little double battery mod.
In the Scottish edition. Fuck aye.
I'm waiting for it.
I mean, Washington Vapes, I was talking about Artery Pal 2 kit. 80% off that. It was £25, is now down to £4.99. There seems to be a lot of bargains for, especially pods. I have a lot of bargains for pods at the moment. But they're there, guys. You just need to go and search for them.
Well, they've got the Free Max Fire Luke, the 2mm sub-ohm at £15.
Been asked, where's the Fu Chai available from?
That's Washington Vapes.
Washington Vapes. Obviously, we can't put links in.
They've got the Vupu PMP pod tank, which again, if you've got a single battery mod, that is a good choice. That's for a tenner, which you can't fault that.
Viking Vapor, fist bump. Thank you so much.
Viking, how you doing, dude?
He's got a new Chuzzy mic. He showed me the other day.
Has he?
Have you been looking at his mic?
It glows.
I mean, Washington Vape again. If somebody's wanting to get into the mech side of things, obviously know your Ohm's law and battery safety and all the rest of it first before you even dabble into it, please. Coil Art Mage mech trigger kit reduced from 50 quid to 30 quid.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Liz, Buggles.
Liz, darling. Hello.
Evening, Liz. Where am I?
No, I did spot. Where did I spot it? There was some Stabwood stuff. Which, if you like that sort of thing, it was the Asmodus, I believe. Oh, God. Where are we? Yeah, I mean, Black Friday was such a big thing when it first kicked off. And like you say, it's just turned into another sale option, hasn't it? And you used to be able to get some big savings. Right, eSig 1 have got the Lost Vape Centaurus DNA 250C. That's down to 99 quid, which when you consider that its original price was 170, that's not a bad saving at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm where am I now? Apart from sitting here, I'm on the UK eSig store now. Just carrying on for the mech side of thing. An RVN Designs Pyromechanical mod was 104.99, reduced to 29.99.
Really, that is a good buy.
I've got the Ultrona at the minute, and that's eSig 1. Where is it? That is... You've got the Ultrona Asmodus, the V2, which is the 180 box mod, which is Stabwood, and that's $34.99, that's a cracker. If you want to take a chance on a slightly dodgier one, the Thea pod is $29.99. I wasn't impressed by that. There are far better pods out there.
I've just found another one on UK eSig store. Again, RNV Designs, the Seabone mechanical mod was 148.99 to 44.99. I'm sure was eSig 1 doing the Asmodus, was it the Minikin was it the V2? But it was only available in C3PO's knob, the gold one. And I
All
think
right.
that was reasonably cheap as well.
Now, I've just put the link out. That's the Ultrona X, the Fallout Vape Gaia, which is the limited edition, which was originally flogging for $74.99 and is now $58.49. So it's only 20 quid off, but, you know, if you like your collectibles. It's... Oh, Jay Joe's just put a nice one up. $48.99 heavy hitter, Vaping 101.
That
Tenner
is
off.
good.
Can't fault that.
What was that? Where was that from?
That's Vaping 101, the heavy hitter.
Yeah. Seen that the other day.
I might be tempted with that myself. Cheers
Yeah.
for that, Jerry.
Now, here's it's a little bit high end ish. The Vicious Ant Prodigy RDA was £75 to £12.99.
Wow.
Whoa. Do us a favour, stick the link up, will you?
I don't know, that's technical shit. I don't know how to do that.
Where was that?
UK e-cig store. As I say, I mean they are there. You just need to search them. Some sites that I have been on to, the Black Friday deals aren't advertised as such. You need to look for them.
Oh yeah.
There's a few of them that I've had to search.
Yeah, they're not directly in your face, are they?
No. Which is a marketing ploy by the
Yeah, of course
the
it is.
company, isn't it? Because they want you to look through the site. They just want to go. They don't want you just going straight to the Black Friday deals because there may be something else that may catch your eye, you know. But yeah, I'm actually quite interested in that Vicious Ant Prodigy RDA myself.
Oh, there we are. $12.99 I found it for. 83% off.
Aye, £12.99. Yeah,
Yeah.
UK e-cig store.
Yeah, that's the one. Right. If you give me a sec.
Wait a minute, it fits the Phenom, doesn't it? Hold on.
There we are. Link is now in chat for that. Yeah, it's... See, when it gets to the high-end stuff, I don't mind it being older.
Always handy.
Oh, hello. They've got the Vicious Ant Cyclone AFC Cyclops rebuildable, and that's $9.99. I'm not going to argue at that. That's there we are. Link for that is in chat. And if I can find these later, I'll stick them into the group as well.
Hey, let's see what else I've got.
And if you fancy owning a mech, that can't be right, surely. No, it isn't. That's all right. Forget that.
On where?
No, forget it. It's accessory. It's not the actual phenom. Really?
You mean that one?
That's the boy.
Guess what I'm just about to order?
Bad man.
Wait a minute, I better ask the boss. Jules, can I order this RDA? Yeah, wait, I'm waiting on her giving me permission. I'm ordering it now.
Brave man.
And I'll suffer the consequences later.
Oh, somebody's in for a kicking.
Not kidding.
Warriors, come out to play!
Now, RMV Design, the Pyromech mod, was $104.99. $29.99 from the UK e-cig store, and it's rather nice. So I've whacked that link up. There we are, kiddies. So that's what, 70 quid saving, 80 quid saving. Yeah, can't argue with that. So it's a copper body, magnetic switch, deep engraving, single 18650. It's rather nice, especially in the black splatter.
Right, here we go. This is the one I was waiting on actually. Vapors Cloud International.
Oh yeah.
The Temple 28 RDA in matte black, reduced from £45 to 30. The Asgard Mini in the purple, reduced from 40 to 30. The Temple 25 RDA in gunmetal, reduced from 40 to 25. Temple 25 again in naval brass, reduced from 40 to 25. And the Trilogy RTA, it's only in aqua teal, which is that kind of greeny bluey colour, is reduced from £55 to £35. That's from Vapors Cloud Direct. What else is there? Oh, well, there you go. The Trilogy RTA in satin purple, £35. Electric blue, £35, and that teal, £35. So they're doing the whole lot for 35 quid.
That's good.
Especially the purple, because we know somebody that likes purple, don't
Oh,
we?
we certainly do.
And for anyone out there who likes to support breast cancer awareness and things like that, they're doing the Asgard Mini, the breast cancer charity one in pink for £30, reduced from 40.
Wow.
And the Asgards, I can't fault them.
Mm.
Flavour from them is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, literally all the Asgard minis are down to 30 quid. Apart from the iced out ones in the naval brass, they're up to about £35. Where are we? Page 2. Yeah,
That purple's rather nice.
all the Templar RDAs are down to 25. That's for the 25mm, and the 28mm down to 30. Any of you boys out there want the big chappies, the Valhalla V2 in satin purple can be yours for £55.25.
And not bad.
And that's for a 40mm RDA.
Dear God.
So, I mean, I get some fantastic deals from Vapors Cloud last year. They were holding some of the mechs and things like that back. And what was happening was the stuff that we were actually selling was stuff that they couldn't actually sell through the shops or through the site because there was maybe a slight blemish or something like that on them. So they were authentic. Don't get me wrong, they were authentic mods and devices and all the rest of it, but they couldn't issue you with the certificate with a serial number because there was a blemish on them. But the prices that they're selling them from were, wow, fantastic. So yeah, so that's Vapors Cloud. What else have they got? Let's see. Wow. The Rule Breaker.
Ooh.
The Killer Bees edition, the black and yellow one,
Mm-hmm.
was 160. Can be yours for £50.
No way. What's that?
Eh? Vapors Cloud. Go to Vapors Cloud.
That's where I just was.
It's in
Damn, I
mods.
missed that.
It's in mods. They're also selling the Saga mod, the iced out edition, which is just, it's a clear plasticky jobby. £125 down to 45. The smoked out version of that's down to 45 as well, and the pissy plastic jobby was £180 down to £58. So if anybody out there likes their Vapors Cloud products, there's some cracking deals going.
I want to get hold of an Asgard Mini, so...
There we are. J. Jerry's just put up another cracker. Mr. Just Right One, Paramore SBS mod, $59.99 on sale on eSig One. Dear God. Well, I've had a turnaround because I started off the night thinking there's no deals out there, but you're proving me wrong.
If you know where to look, I mean, the thing is, we're not all the same. We don't all like the same things. There's a lot of people out there like they like they like their pods, they like their mechs, they like their the regulated stuff and things like that. So if you're looking for a particular thing, you know where to go because you've had some for that site before. But it's going in and digging to find them, and they are there for the having. To be honest, I mean some of the deals on that Vapors Cloud, I'm like, oh, do I or don't I?
I'm so glad Christmas is coming up because it will rain in my shiny itis.
And as I said, for anybody looking for juice, I mean, where am I? There's juice galore. Literally juice galore.
Blimey. Famo Vape Magma, the 200 watt edition. The black frame, $29.99 on Washington Vapes, which is rather. Oh, top side as well. Yes, do like the Magma. So, has anybody in chat spotted anything that you think everybody else should know about? Shane's just put Praxis Mini Mech mod down from 109 to 65.99. Washington Vapes have the Sigeli Cronus kit, $9.99. Mama's just saying she swears by her Asgards. Bless her.
Yeah, so much that's all we use now for vape reviews, juice reviews.
I've yet to get my hands on one, but at that price,
I've not had one. I've got to admit,
it's the fire alarms, don't you know? Scott Morrison, good evening, sir. Where are we? Blimey, 4 or 5. That's shocking. So. I mean, we've covered Washington Vapes, etc. So, just out of interest, is there any other sites that people have tried that are worth, you think other people should know about? I'm not saying give away all your deep, dark secrets, or if you see Pornhub.
Yeah, don't go yourselves, not a secret society, you buggers.
Apparently, Evo Vapes have got the PKT RKT by Half Moon mods. Was $184.99 down to $64.99. That's a damn fine saving of 80 quid there. Sorry, 120.
I think we were talking about it before we come on too. I mean, quite a lot of companies aren't actually starting their sales till tomorrow. But they are giving you little tasters of what is possibly coming up for sale.
And Mick says I should buy that rule breaker if I like to listen to my smoke alarm. Thank you, Mick. And remember, folks, if you need a taxi and you're in the Gainsborough area, just look for the handsome bald bloke. I must admit, I did like that Killer Bees rule breaker. That looked nice, that. The yellow and black. But, I mean, we've said this before, though, boys. The older stuff isn't necessarily a bad vape.
No.
Yeah, it would be nice to get your hands on the latest and greatest, but
I don't think the latest and greatest is always necessarily the best.
No,
I mean, sometimes we can't afford the luxury items, and then when obviously a bargain comes along, you can afford a luxury item.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
that's what.
Sorry, on you go, Steve.
Sorry, mate. Oh, on you go.
I mean, I said this to Jules last year when I said what we'll do. We obviously we know this Black Friday is coming around every year now. Obviously, because the UK has now jumped on the US bandwagon with the Black Friday carry on. And I said what we'll do is we'll maybe keep so much money aside because you're going to pick up a ton of bargains. But unfortunately, the way things have happened this year, we don't have a lot of spare cash floating about, the same as everybody else, I suppose. But they are still there. Do you mean the bargains are still there, depending on how much you want to spend? But for God's sake, people, please don't overspend and leave yourselves short.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's not the first time I've done that. You know, come on the run up to Christmas, and you keep hitting that add to basket button, and then you just buy it, and then you think, Christ, I've just bought all that, and I've got to pay for it next month.
Yep.
So
And what Timmy says as well, there's one thing about mech mods, even the old ones are good ones.
yeah.
What's that? Try and get your hands on the latest and greatest PC components at Gold Dust at the minute.
I mean, that was the thing I was saying to Mark and Steve before we went live. I was actually, because it was Mark that actually mentioned it last week. Even looking on the likes of Amazon for people who are wanting to get into the review scene in this side of the industry, for stuff you know that you're going to need for basically doing your reviews or whatever, like microphones, cameras, and things like that. I had to look on Amazon last night, and the deals that they've got are crap. I mean, I think it was last year they were selling.
Yeah, they were selling the C920. I think it was about 40 quid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I found one last night, to be perfectly honest with you.
Now, speaking of Amazon and the run up to Christmas, we did find one little piece of gold, didn't we? Which was the here's one I made earlier, the Blue Peter Classic Makes. I thought that was awesome, that little book. There's even a picture of Valerie Singleton on the front. It's fab.
Oh, that one. we're leaving that for another show, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
Yeah, that one's going to be fun.
Little taster there, folks. Santa's bringing the stream cam. Flashy says, as Modus on a 250 DNA, 45 quid at Exceptional Vapes. That's a bargain.
Why would you need to update a mech? Thing is, with mechs, there's not a lot you can change on them to update them. Not quite sure what you mean there, Shane. Well, guys, we have coming up to the past.
Yep.
I've got one more. Hold on. If I can bloody find it.
Don't forget a pair of Val's old knickers. How could we forget that? And there's all the young people going, you what?
Yeah, anybody's not heard of them with new vaping. They've got 25% off all products.
That's not bad.
Use the code 25 off. It's worth a look. It's worth a look. I mean, you probably will get a better bargain somewhere else, but if you're struggling, and the majority of the stuff that they've got it's more new stuff anyway. Yeah, give them a look. What have you got to lose?
Timmy's just mentioned Boss Shots are giving free gifts and 25% on the juices. Apparently he's stocked up on the raspberry tea and the Dinner Ladies lemon tart.
Yeah, I mean, Chef's Flavors were doing, they were having a massive sale on just now as well. For all you DIYers out there, I think they may they might have sold out a lot of the stuff because they announced it. I think it was the beginning of last week. Big Black Blowout Friday, they're calling it. Started the 23rd. Or started at the start of the week. So yeah, so they've got a load of stuff on sale as well for the DIY side of things. So
Skin, cheers for that, dude. Nick Hub are doing 30% off with the code EX30. May just be for one day, so if you're going to try the Nick Hub site, just give it a go. It might work, it might not. Apparently, who was it? Bill Richards said he's had a few good deals off new vaping.
yeah, I mean, it's Jules and I have had some really good deals from new vaping. They're not too bad.
Oh, there we are. Graham's just cheers for that, Graham. Apparently, Nom Noms have got a big sale tomorrow with the new site design. So another one for the DIYers.
Awesome.
That'll do nicely. And Bill's
This
just
is-
put.
As I keep saying, the deals are there. You just need to go and look for them.
Yeah, it's just a shame you've got to dig. Oh, Graham's picked up an Ultrona Gaia Stabwood for £32 and £6 post and packaging. Took 10 days for delivery from Everson. That's a bargain, or not?
Yeah, that's a good deal, that.
I must admit, Stabwood, it's lovely to look at, but the actual maintenance of it always puts me off.
If you get a good one, there's normally not a major. You just have to rub it a bit.
Really?
You have to rub it.
Yes, I do like rubbing wood first thing in the morning.
It's
Well-
always more fun when somebody else has done it for you.
No, has done it. That's it. No, that just doesn't sound right. It's doing it for you. Done it for you. Just it's doing it for you. Sounds better.
There we are. Graham says it has the gloss coating. Oh, fabulous. Right, Irish. Behave.
Vapeable as well. They've got a Black Friday sale on as well for concentrates and things like that too. So,
Oh, bang on.
and vapeable for anybody who wants to dabble in the DIY side of things and who hasn't done it. Vapeable also sell a starter kit for all you would-be DIYers out there who fancy saving yourself some money. But why would you want to buy that when you can buy tons of juice for buttons?
Yeah.
True, but I mean, the vapeable starter kits, you do get everything you need.
Yeah.
So you get your syringes, you get your flavours, your VG, your PG. You know, they are a good starting point. Although I'd be a bit wary on the raspberry. I had a bad experience.
Okay.
Thinking about my teenage years. Yes, thank you, Tolmac. I say. So, well, what time are we on? Because Vic will be...
It's time to say our goodbyes.
oh, bless. So what, you got anything coming up, Mark, or...?
No, I've not got a lot coming up at the present moment. I'm on Bargain Vapes tomorrow, so please go check me out. I'm looking forward to that. I am a special guest.
Ah, you're the trainee barman, are you?
Yeah, I am. What am I letting myself in for?
Oh, I see.
In fact, I'll show the link in there. There you go. So I'm looking forward to that. Whiskey and Vapor.
Your timing's perfect, Skint. Woohoo!
I can't wait. Look forward to it.
Evening, Mike. Mick's just put £7 for scales, £8 for PGVG, an old plastic cup, and you're off.
Basically, that's it.
Oh yeah, you can't fault it. And I must admit, the scales, I picked some up from Aldi. £7 digital jobs, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, but make sure that if anybody is going to try to start making their own juice going down the DIY route, make sure your scales go down to 0.00.
Yep. Because it makes a hell of a difference.
So what you're saying is I can't use my kitchen scales then?
No, well, what you need to do is you need to hold it right. So you put your concentrates, your PG, VG in, you stand on it, but then you need to subtract your weight from the other weight and you tally it out and that.
Yeah.
No, just buy the other ones. Just makes life too complicated. Especially when you go to the world and you're standing there. Hold on a minute. I just need to take. Standing right, that's fine. They throw you out.
Mick's just put mine still had powder on them.
Ooh,
Naughty, Mick. Naughty. Stevie, you got anything coming up, mate?
Yeah, Jules and I have got a few bits and pieces that we're trying to get through, but I need to get over this bloody sinus infection first before I do anything. We've got quite a few Vupu products to come out, to get the reviews done for them, plus we've got a ton of juice to do as well. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks that we can get back into things again.
yeah, same here.
Nice one.
Fingers crossed. And within the next couple of weeks as well, hopefully, I should be back making arty stands as well.
Woo!
Things have just been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. I mean, I've ordered pistons. The first lot went missing. The second lot turned up and I had to pay a bloody import duty on it, and I was like, oh, so that peed me off a wee bit. So I've got a load sitting here ready to be drilled and ready to go. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed I'll get that done and I can start. I'll get them put up on my Facebook group page. And if anybody's interested, then fingers crossed they can hopefully get them posted out before Christmas to anybody who's wanting one.
Yeah. If you could share them on the group, that'd be awesome as well.
I will do.
And I've got the Manic Pod Kit coming up for review. I've got the Butofo Next Mesh, which has got a plethora, to borrow a phrase from you, madam, a plethora of coil options with it. It's ridiculous. And also I've got the TX80, which is the next sort of splash dust hardened mod. So those will be coming up, written reviews on the site.
Awesome.
So fabulous. Well, thank you guys. I think we've saved people a wedge of cash there.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, next week, sorry, Steve. Next week you can let us know what you picked up.
oh, please do. Or if you've got any Christmas tips as we enter the season to be jolly. Are we? We're just about there, aren't we, next week?
Next week, yeah. It's 26th today, so next week will be...
Third.
The 3rd. Dominate.
Yes.
3rd of December.
Oh, don't.
I know. It's scary.
We're about to enter the longest month of the year, January. Cheers, Irish.
Cheers, Irish.
Festus says, bar humbug, I hate Christmas. Bless him. Love the bargains, lads. Thanks for the share. Much appreciated as always. Oh, thank
Fist
you,
bump,
Skint.
Skint.
What are you skin?
I look forward to Friday.
January is a great month.
No. No. But if you pick up a sexually transmitted disease, keep it to yourselves. What?
I had to read that with who put that. I thought that was Irish that put that. It wasn't my wife, actually.
Tomac's daughter's 17 on the 2nd. Oh, bless.
And
That's
there's
a
somebody's
scary age.
birthday coming up very, very soon.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's-
It's not. Get stuffed. Right. On that note, Stevie, do you want to say your bye-bye?
Yeah, thanks again, everybody, for joining us, and hopefully you get some fantastic bargains out there. As I said, next week's shows, let us know what you've got if you did get any bargains. And I might have one or two myself. Actually, we'll see what I can find. But yeah, thanks again for joining us, Steve and Mark. Great show, mate. Boys, loved it. Absolutely loved it again. So yeah, see you next week, guys.
Right.
Mark, whoever.
Dudes, thank you so much. And honestly, some really awesome bargains there. Really is. So hopefully some people can get a nice little treat for themselves, or even a Christmas present for somebody else. Or if they've got a birthday coming up. Just want to give a big shout out to both you two. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Steve. He's awesome. I love my Thursdays. Guys in chat, thank you so much as always. So I'm going to wrap this one up. We will see you next Thursday. Same time, same channel. So you're going to wave bye, guys?
Bye.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, God, he's off.
Oh. Pull off. Don't want to be there.
I always have visions of a naughty 4-year-old.
Let's be mum.